Good morning. You are watching Beyond the Headlines on Freedom Square TV. We are reaching you from our ENUGU studios, Southeast Nigeria. Our local government area in Enugu State is a region with a proud history, unique geographical features, and immense human capital. Ogu is also known for its rugged terrain of hills and valleys, which automatically presents both opportunities for tourism, opportunities for agriculture and solid minerals, as well as challenges, always somehow lacking in accessible roads, infrastructural development, and many more. Our local government has a significant population engaged in subsistence farming, farm produce, and small-scale trading. It also boasts a strong diaspora community, contributing remittances for education, housing, and local development. Unarguably, Ogu is one of the largest rural local government areas in Enugu State. This morning, our focus is on how far has the "Tomorrow is Here" mantra found a home in our local government area. The idea of domestication suggests bringing future-oriented policies, plans, and innovations home to local communities, not yesterday, not tomorrow, but today. It could also be the domestication of state and federal policies, localizing economic empowerment, harnessing youth and women's potential, and embedding innovation in rural development. It also mirrors budget allocation versus implementation. How much of the state's fiscal policies actually translate into grassroots impact in our local government area? Ogu indeed represents the larger story of many rural local government areas in Nigeria that are rich in resources, talented in human capital, but often left behind in development conversations. The question is and remains, how do we make tomorrow's promises present realities for communities in Ogu local government? To help us understand the impact of "Tomorrow is Here" mantra in Ogu local government area is the great son of the soil. Our guest is a member who represents Ogu South constituency in the Enugu State House of Assembly and is actually the chairman, House Committee on Finance and Appropriation. That's a big one. He is Honorable Anthony Nwankwo. Honorable Anthony Nwankwo is not just a legislator. He is the financial watchdog, overseeing budgetary allocations, fiscal discipline, and appropriation in the Enugu State House of Assembly. He brings both the local lens of representation for Ogu South and the state's wide responsibility of finance management. In fact, we are delighted to have him with here. Honorable, welcome to Beyond Headlines.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Yes, you've been in the House for over 2 years and counting. And so I'll begin by asking you, how has it been representing your people in the Enugu State House of Assembly in these past 2 years?
Oh, thank you very much. It is a great honor. It is a great privilege given to me by the people of Ogu South. I'm so delighted. I'm so happy to be in the assembly representing the people of Ogu South. I am not the first or the best brain. I am not the best candidate. I think it is God's doing, and out of the goodwill of the people of Ogu South, that they voted for me to represent them in the assembly. It has been a good deed, and I won't take it for granted. In the past 2 years, we have been part of legislation for the people of Enugu. I think by the special grace of God, we have been doing marvelously well in the assembly. So far, so good. We've been contributing in debates. We've been moving motions that will affect the life of our people positively. We have been doing representation We have been representing our people very well, and so far, so good. I thank the people of Ogu South for finding me worthy to represent them. Thank you.
Okay, Honorable, that's a good one. There's nothing like gratitude. There's nothing like showing honor and respect to people who voted you in. Like you said, you are now first time, you are the honorable member representing Ogu South. And that's actually a huge load on you. You often hear about domestication, which of course I will explain, and tomorrow is here. So how does this relate to, or what does it mean to you as a person and politically?
Well, it is a good deed from the governor of Enugu State, who told us that tomorrow is here. Domestication of this tomorrow is here in Ogu as it concerns Ogu local government. It shows that today that we are seeing exactly what we are expecting in future already happening in Ogu. Because in Ogu local government today, there is no no word, no political word that projects are not going on. In all the 11 wards, activities are going on in the smart schools, in the type 2 primary health care centers. So today, we are very happy that our tomorrow is here.
Okay, our tomorrow is here. And that is, of course, the mantra that is, many people speak if you are in Enugu State. Even yesterday, at the opening ceremony of the MBA, it was the talk of the town. Tomorrow is here. And indeed, for many in Enugu, our tomorrow is here. Well, many see us as both blessed and challenged. What is the general assessment of our current state? What is the strength of well? And of course, what is their greatest needs? Given the which are right now, what do they want and what are their strengths?
Well, so far so good. As we know, at the state level, Ogu is blessed because already we are very close to this government today because the governor, Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba, is giving a special attention to the people of Ogu local government. As I talk to you today, we benefit from this administration hugely because, like you said earlier, that the appropriation that I represent the people of Ogu South and I'm the chairman of the House Committee on Appropriation is not this kind of House Committee that is being given to any how person. It is because of our good relationship with the governor, how interested governor is in Ogu local government, that he appointed our son commissioner and then later the state party chairman. Ogu is benefiting hugely. We have two commissioners from both constituencies in Ogu local government. And the progress that is going on, the way it's going on in Kano East, where the governor comes from, is the same way it's going on in Ogu local government. So today, I will say that our greatest challenge in Ogu, as the people of Ogu, is road, the rural access roads. We are having serious issues on our roads. Though our governor, like he said earlier, that he's going to construct 10-kilometer roads in every ward, is already ongoing. It's just because of this rain. Maybe by October, November, running through December, all the roads in Ogu. Because just a few days ago, the council chairman, working in synergy with the governor, flagged off 11 roads in 11 wards. So what it means is that that same problem is being tackled by the government. Thank you.
We'll just take a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at, well, of course, you've mentioned that. We're looking at this issue of rural roads, that are impassable during the rains, and then how it affects farmers. And then, as a legislator, what will be intervention in that area. So don't change the dial. We'll just be back soon.
Not everything makes it into the headlines, but we bring you the full story. Join Uchenna Cyril Anyoke, a renowned media personality and former president of the Nigerian Publishers Association, as he unpacks the real issues behind the news, from politics to public policy, economy to human rights. Nothing is off limits. Expert guest, in-depth conversation, local and global perspective. New episode every week on Facebook and YouTube. Watch now on Freedom Square TV. Follow for updates and behind the scenes clips. Beyond the headlines, beyond the news.
Okay, you are still watching Beyond the Headlines on Freedom Square TV, and my guest is still Honorable Tony Wankwo, who actually represents the good people of Ogun South in the Enugu State House of Assembly, and is actually the chairman of the House Committee on Finance and Appropriation, which is actually a huge responsibility. Honorable, your local government, and by implication, my local government, has a unique landscape that makes it potential for tourism. I do not know whether there's any plan in the state or local government to tap these immense resources, natural resources, that could translate into tourism sites and then bring revenue, not only to the local government, but to the people where those facilities are, and then to the state government.
Yeah, it's a very good one here, because tourism today, as you can see, it thrives all over the world. Tourism is a good revenue generation hub. In Ogu, our landscape have made it a must that whoever wants revenue from tourism must come to Ogu to tap from the hills that surrounded the local government. Already, the state government is working tirelessly to revamp the abandoned games village in Ogu local government. It's on the program, the plans is on the way to start work in games village. Even already, I'm aware that His Excellency has graciously approved that a game village in Ogu will be part of places that will host all Nigerians games in 2026. Just to show you that we have, the government of Enugu State today have planned to do something in the Ogu Games Village. Already also have been part of a team that led foreign investors to the hills of Anike, Nkwe, Ezere to be precise, go through Mbidi Cave, Oba Mbidi Cave, down to Ugweme Waterfalls. So they are working tirelessly to see if we partner with if the state government will partner with foreign agencies to develop these tourism sites and tap from the potentials we have there. Thank you.
Okay, Ogu local government, which is one of the oldest headquarters of any local government in Nigeria, remains an agricultural local government. And agriculture remains, as a matter of fact, the backbone of the local government. But most farmers are smallholder farmers. They have little access to mechanization and credit facilities. Well, it's not peculiar to Ogu, but that's what happens when they have the rural area. How is the government ensuring that the future-oriented agricultural policies are domesticated in Ogu? There are a lot the state government is doing. How do these things come to Ogu local government?
Well, already it's no more news that Enugu State government is working on farm estates in all the political wards in Ogu local government. What it means is that enhanced agriculture in Ogu. Already, there have been a procurement of mechanized equipment for farming, and our people are not left out. In fact, as a matter of fact, Ogu local government is one of the pilot local governments for this modern agriculture. We know very well that our people have our soil is very fertile. So already the pineapple from Amole and Enyimba and stuff have been a part of the test run that the government is actually doing to see if we can produce in all local government and also have processing factories to process our produce. So already Ogu is benefiting and we cannot be left out. Thank you.
Okay. Well, as chairman of finance and appropriation, which of course you acknowledged, is not just an ordinary committee. It's a committee that is at the soul and heart of any legislature. And the Enugu State House of Assembly is not out of it. How much of state budgets do you think or do you know has been brought closer to local government constituency, especially your own constituency of South? Because it is often that government do budgets and some people are left out, both in which can be translated into infrastructure. But so, how much of this budget that you've approved, so to speak, that are in your constituency and of the general?
Well, so far so good. I thank immensely the governor of Enugu State, His Excellency Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba. The wonders he's doing in Enugu is being felt by the people of Ogu South. I must tell you that there's no gainsaying the obvious. It's very clear that in all the wards in Enugu, in Ogu local government, there is a smart school project ongoing. These projects are worth, one of them is worth up to 1 billion plus. And it's going on in 11 wards of Ogu local government. In my constituency, just here, 2 days ago, 3.5 kilometer road was flagged off. It's part of what we approved in the budget. And he said he would do 10 kilometers in all the wards. And in all the wards in Ogu local government, Ogu South as a case study, the type 2 primary health centers are almost completed. So why shouldn't we be proud and clap for His Excellency for doing the needful? He's doing the right thing and we are benefiting from it. Also, just like Oliver Twist, we want some more. Constituents are in the need of government intervention in almost all the rural roads. So I'm thanking the governor for touching the life of our people. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I like when my guests speak and they speak with facts. 3-point-something kilometers of road was flagged off just a few days leading to your own place. And of course, I also do know that the smart school is also. So you can probably say at least you are seeing the appropriation you made.
Yes.
Come to you, and
Yes.
by implication, that's the way it is for all the words in Ogu local government. And so you are proud of what the governor is doing. But there's still a challenge most people are facing, not just in Ogu local government, not just in Enugu State, all over Nigeria. Youth unemployment is a national crisis. It is felt at every level. Are there specific interventions that you've carried out or you are planning to carry, either together with the local government or with the state, so that people in your constituency will have some skills, entrepreneurship, and Of course, you know, ICT training is almost a must everywhere. So what has been your personal intervention, that of the local government, and maybe collaboration with the state to ensure that youths, numerous of them that voted for you, are not left idle?
Yeah, it is a thing of is a very important and very important matter to deliberate on. So far, there have been some kind of capacity building training for the youths. Some are being trained by ENUGU SME, courtesy of our support. And we are also working tirelessly to make sure that our people are being trained on agriculture. Most importantly, agriculture, because it won't stop anybody from doing other businesses. So we moved some of our people to Imo State last year to Songhai Farm to learn how to rear some uh, animals, you know. So, and we are working also with the local government in conjunction with the state governor's mantra, like you said, tomorrow is here, that everybody must acquire one skill, every youth one skill. So it is on the pipeline, and I so assure you, assure my constituents, assure the youths in my constituent that whoever that is ready to learn trade, that is ready to work, will be fully engaged very soon. Thank you.
Okay, somebody will wonder, I don't know how much challenge or how much duty you have as chairman of appropriation, because I do know it's not just merely to appropriate. There's also an oversight function. Maybe somebody's in sports, he looks at sports. As chairman of finance and appropriation, it would appear that virtually every committee, the money that you want to be sure that it's going well. So how do you balance this with your consistency work?
Well, it is part of the job that we sincerely and humbly applied, which Ndiogo South asked me to go and represent them. So we are doing oversight. We are oversighting almost all the ministries, and why it is very, I will say, is seamless. Is very easy for us because His Excellency, the Governor of Enugu State, Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba, is working on the budget. There is the oversight is we do our normal oversight, but what governor is doing, when you approve, like we approved 35% of the budget in education, or even a blind man can see that the 35% of the total money in the budget that we approve in the education sector is being used in education sector. The smart schools ongoing everywhere. If you go to ESUT, it's no more business as usual. You go to ESUT today. ESUT is competing with any university in Nigeria in all ramification, both accreditation and everything. So it's part of what makes our job easy, because when you approve fund in the budget and it being appropriated very well, there is not too much job. So as it concerns doing my constituency representation, it's part of it. Our people are being represented. Anything that concerns my people are being at the top, being a priority of our office to make sure that our people are okay. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, let me get back to agriculture. I said that your people are actually subsistence farmers, and I'm wondering whether there's any attempts to turn them into mechanized farmers, in which case they have to use modern implements, modern seedlings. Why I'm coming back to agriculture, because of course we work off from the same area.
Yeah.
You talked about my town, Amoli, of course, where you have the pineapple headquarters of the southeast of Nigeria. And then I'm glad to hear that part of the agenda is to see how totally it can be harvested, how it can be processed. It's like a pilot scheme. But these other farmers in ENUGU, how can they have access to mechanized implements like tractors, like seedlings, so that they would turn from one small portion of land to people who are doing into hectares?
Okay, already, like I said earlier, the state government have purchased brand new tractors, over 100 units, and more are on the way coming. So just like that when you come to one local government, alphabetical order, when you say an area, you say up. So in alphabetical order, if they are sharing the tractors, or will also have theirs, then we have one challenge in our local government. That is our terrain. In mechanized farming, that was why I said that we are thinking and planning. The government is working on seeing if we can harvest and process very close there, not taking to, because transport is a major issue in AWGU area. So moving from one man farming to mechanized farming, we already have these farm estates that is in every ward. And when these farm estates is already ongoing, they are tilling ground and sowing, putting on a farm, whatever in the farms. So today, we boast of having a large expanse of land, because when you talk about 100 acres in every ward, if you are strong that you want to, you don't need to go and you just go there, take one portion. The equipment is already there. What you need to do is do follow up, because the equipment is there, the land is there also. So by the special grace of God, the agriculture, that we are known for, we are going back to agriculture for our living. Thank you.
Yes, I want to talk about sports. I don't know whether you're a fan of Rangers or you're a fan of Arsenal or Liverpool. But whichever you are, one of the fastest way to engage the youth is in sports competition. Okay, is there anything in your constituency that you've done or you are planning to engage the young men in sports? And because that's the way you harness the talent, that's where we see the future Nnamdi Kanu, no, now the Kanu one course, JJ Okorocha and the rest. You pick them young. Do you have any plans, or is there one that is existing?
Yes.
For a constituents?
Yes, it's already there. His plan is on the way, but already village league, the village league that have been played in all on a Christmas period in all the communities we are part of. We are putting our men on ground to pick talents and encourage them. So already we're on it. Then coming to central total sports activities, we go to schools, to primary school, from the primary to the secondary schools, to encourage them, support them, to see if we can get likes of culture, like you said earlier, from our place. And we have them. When you see people from my constituency play in the field, even with the stone, our our constituency with the stone, and you see them play with barefoot. So just imagine when you give them boots and bring them to Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium, you see wonders. So we are doing our best to ensure that our youths' talents are not wasted.
Okay, let's talk about a little bit of politics, because that is that's the mainstay of what you're doing. Politics must be played, and this is where you know the state of PDP in Nigeria. In Enugu, PDP is doing well, but in Nigeria, PDP is shaking. I think malaria and typhoid anemia small. If perchance there's a need for the structure of PDP in Enugu State, based on what has happened in the past, for your governor to kind of look elsewhere. There was this Petrus that you know was formed, and they said, look, the party they know is Petamba. The party Mba is the party. So whether he stays in PDP, that with him, or he decides to go to any other platform, or he decides to form his own, but they know that the party they know is Petamba. What do you think about that?
We are working closely with His Excellency the Governor. Enugu State House of Assembly, 8th Assembly, happened to be the first group that said that we are with you because we are working very well. There's no point thinking outside the box. Anywhere he is, we are with him. I am speaking on behalf of myself and my constituents that Peter Mba have done marvelously well in Enugu State. That I can also hit my chest and say that my own party is Peter Mba. So I am with Peter Mba entire and in total.
Not just their constituency, but our local government as a whole in the next 10 years. That is the future. How do you see Ogu 10 years from now?
Well, I think there is light at the end of the tunnel. In the next 10 years, my what I am seeing, my vision is that Ogu will be an economic hub of Enugu, even the southeast, because we have borders, from the 2 or 3 states. So what I'm saying is that before the next 10 years, I am seeing Ogu where there will be commercial banks begging for space to put on their structure and do business. I am seeing a vision where in the next 10 years, by then, Peter Mba, His Excellency, Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba must have outserved his second tenure. And going by our loyalty, going by how our people are good and our support for the governor and what we have on ground, I am seeing a situation where Oguman will become the next governor. When Oguman becomes the next governor, more developments will come to Ogu. I am seeing a situation that before the next 10 years, we'll have federal institutions in Ogu. We'll have this University of Education that we are expecting. I know that His Excellency Barrister Dr. Peter Ndubisimba will not open his mouth and say he will do this thing, he will not do it. He must give us, the governor I know will give Ndiogu that University of Education. And more, we'll have daily markets that needed small distance to start functioning to international distance. By the grace of God, before the next 10 years, Onyogu and AWGU and all these markets will be a market that people will be coming from all parts of the country to come and buy or sell. Because already we have what they want. People come as far as Port Harcourt to come and buy from Oriogu, even at the lowest level it is operating. So in the next 10 years, Ogu will be like a Newi, Ogu will be like Onisha. And to the glory of God, when Enugu supports Onyogu to be governor, thank you.
Okay, that's a very, very, very good one. So we're actually coming to the last question for you at this session, and that is the message, the goodwill message to Ndi Ogu, both at home and in diaspora. Of course, what will be their role in making tomorrow's ideas, tomorrow's visions, today's reality?
Okay, thank you. We need to work hand to hand with all and sundry, both people home and abroad. The people home already are making serious impact to make sure that Ogu gets his place as number 1. So Ogu is a very old local government. We need to start investing at home. Those people who have overseas, those in diaspora, should start repatriating their businesses down to Ogu. Some people are building houses for sale in Enugu or building in Port Harcourt. bring it to Ogbu. That is what will attract other people to come. So we have people in diaspora. I implore you people in the Ogbu, Unu Bikono, let us develop our own local government. Ogbu have all it takes to be at the top, because even when we talk about building, we have the best soil to build. We have materials. Like if you go to Uganda, you can do 10-story building without buying stone from any other place. You get locally. Same with other communities that surround that make up of local government. So please, I am asking our people to come back home, to think home, to make the reality, to make the vision of the governor that tomorrow that we are expecting is already here. We need to do our own contribution to bring our tomorrow here today.
Well, that is a very good point to actually end this conversation. But for those who are watching us, who are viewers, please, this conversation, you can connect with it live on Facebook at Freedom Square TV, and of course on YouTube at Freedom Square TV. Even if you're not from Ogun, tell us what it takes to ensure that our local governments tomorrow is produced tomorrow. Of course, today's conversation has actually reminded us that development is not an abstract term. It's not something that is vague. It's something that is real. And for it to happen, it must be domesticated. And of course, for it to be, it must be felt at home, in our farms, in our schools, and in our health centers. Sure. And if you listen to our honorable in our local government, it would appear that our schools are feeling it, our farms are feeling it,
hospital,
our roads are feeling it. And so, what can we say but to thank Honorable Anthony Mwankwo for his insights and for bringing to perspective governor's intentions, governor's actions as it relates to Ogun, and to emphatically state that, of course, the tomorrow of Enugu State and the tomorrow of Ogun is already here. So, Honorable, we want to thank you very, very well for finding time out of your busy schedule to grace this interview. You've given us an enlightenment, and I think when next we call on you, please find it in your heart to also oblige us, because this conversation continues. You laid a plan for Ogun in the next 10 years. So for that thing to happen, there must be what? Conversation.
Yes.
And so this conversation goes on. To those who are watching us, want to say thank you very much on behalf of all of us here at Freedom Square TV for being part of this conversation. And of course, tomorrow is another day. And well, our own tomorrow is here, the old tomorrow will continue tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much. And from all of us, have a lovely day ahead.